The Force Review, Episode 10, The Killing of Salvador Maceda. Topics covered will be imminent deadly threat and suspect consideration. October 30th, 2022, Santa Maria, California. A Santa Maria police officer contacts Mr. Maceda at an apartment complex. Mr. Maceda brandishes 2 knives. Penal Code Section 417 prohibits exhibiting a deadly weapon in a rude manner. The officer has probable cause to arrest Mr. Maceda.
6'9", when I gunpoint, we're gonna be at the near trash cans. He has a knife and he keeps coming towards me.
The officer calls for backup and he and his partners tell Mr. Maceda to drop the knife many times. Mr. Maceda comes towards them and they hit him with the beanbag. Then he paces around for a bit, they hit him with another beanbag, he throws something at them, and he eventually takes off running. Mr. Maceda decides to hunker down on an apartment balcony. The occupants are a woman and her young daughter. Naturally, the woman calls the police.
731 Southwestern Avenue, apartment. I have my house surrounded by police.
You need to stay sheltered in place. We have someone that's up against the wall there, and you need to stay inside.
I am. I'm in my bathroom, and I have a gun registered to me, so if this guy comes...
Okay, you don't... Okay, do you have all your doors and windows locked?
Yes. And like I said, I do have a registered gun, so if he tries to come into my house, then I'm going to...
Okay, ma'am, we have officers there. Please don't fire.
So now that Mr. Maceda is cornered, officers negotiate with him for an hour and a half.
Salvador, ¿ocupas ayuda médica? ¿Viste que te lastimaron ellos?
They fly in a drone to see what he's up to. The drone captures Mr. Maceda putting the knife down, so they decide to pepperball him.
The knife is on the ground next to him. Deploy.
This seems to upset Mr. Maceda and he throws the kid's bike and some chairs off the balcony. Then he tries to open the front door. Then he smashes the apartment window and then gets shot. Obviously, police shot Mr. Maceda because of the deadly threat he posed to the occupants of the apartment, but the law requires not just a threat of death, but an imminent threat of death. For a threat to be imminent, California law requires 3 things: ability, opportunity, and apparent intent. Did Mr. Maceda have the ability and opportunity to kill the woman and her child? We have reason to believe they were locked in the bathroom while Mr. Maceda was breaking the window. That means he had to finish breaking the window, climb inside, find the bathroom, break into the bathroom, and then hurt the occupants. Perhaps the imminence of a threat depends not just on how close the threat is to a victim, perhaps it also depends on an officer's ability to react to the threat. In this case, the officers were a considerable distance away from Mr. Maceda. If he had gotten through the window, their response to save the apartment's occupants may have been too slow. This case also demonstrates just how far modern police are willing to go to protect a suspect. Here, the officers allowed Mr. Maceda to get close to breaking into that apartment and creating a very dangerous situation for the occupants. What if the sniper had missed? What if the shot hadn't stopped him? Consider this: if a suspect kills a bystander, the police will not be held criminally liable. However, if the police kill a suspect too early, before the threat becomes imminent, police could be put on trial for murder. And because the definition of imminent is difficult to pin down, it is in an officer's best interest to wait until the last moment to stop the threat. There is a price to pay for society's protection of suspects and prosecution of police officers. For 2 direct examples on how this phenomenon has cost innocent lives, watch episode 9.